Hey guys, so we're going to go over the packing for our Kenya-Tanzania trip. We're going to go over what and how you should pack, what you shouldn't bring, and I'm going to show you everything. I'm packed and ready. We could leave for Africa tomorrow and I'm ready to go. So we're going to go through both bags. You are allowed one carry-on item that fits in the overhead compartment in the airplane, and you're allowed one bag that fits underneath the seat in front of you. And this is what we bring to Africa. We aren't going to check any bags on the way over there. What you check on the way back is up to you, but on the way there, we're not going to check any bags. The reason for that is we are going to a third world country and we are going to be out in the bush. And when I tell you we're out in the bush, we are so far out, it may take days for your luggage to catch up to you. On one of our last tours in 2013, somebody didn't get their luggage for 6 days. And it's very difficult to buy clothes there. Their sizes are different. And anyway, so we're not checking any bags on the way over. Now, that said, we're going to go through what's in the bags and we're going to go through each of the items. Hang on. So we're going to get rid of that. We'll start with the big bag. The measurements for the bags. They can measure 23 by 11 and 22 by 14 by 9. You want to check whatever airlines that we're booked on at the end, when we get our bookings. You'll want to check for their restrictions, their size restrictions. They do vary from airline to airline. So the other important thing to note is that there are weight restrictions. The limit on the weight is 43 pounds for both bags total. Now they're not going to haggle over a pound or two difference, but we really do have to be careful. This isn't an airline requirement. This is because the safari vehicles have limited space, and they know we're going to be purchasing things while we're there, and safety is number one and space is number two. So that's why. So anyway, we're moving on. So this bag here is the LL Bean. It's the Bean's equivalent to what they're selling now as the medium rolling adventure duffel bag. The medium is the size that's approved for carry-on in airlines. And this bag's that. It has wheels, so you can roll it easily through the airport. And it does have a handle, a pulling handle that retracts inside. And it does, if your bag has a handle, it must retract. And the wheels cannot be huge. They can't be those old things. Your luggage does have to be soft-sided. It cannot have hard side. It can have a firm bottom, but no hard sides, okay? So we're going to go through this. This bag is not full. I have plenty of room to add more stuff if I need to. But here, let's start with this here. Yeah, that's empty. I have, I don't know where they put, I usually put a couple raincoats here, the rain ponchos that are disposable. Typically, it's not rainy season while we're there in June and July, but it's, it's not a bad idea to carry one. And I have extras if anyone needs one. Okay, so we're going to start with this bag. We're going to open it up. This particular version of the LL Bean bag has two compartments, a bottom and a top. The current ones are all just one bag, which has a lot of benefit or advantages to it. So, but here we'll open this up. The bottom of my bag. The first thing I'm going to pull out is my journal. We travel with our journal wherever we go. That will go. Here I have an empty duffel bag. Just a regular duffel, no wheels. Nothing special, but it is for purchases that we make because you're going to buy things while we're there, and it's not going to fit in your suitcase and you don't want to carry around 20 bags. So this is just a regular old duffel bag packed for the trip. The other thing is on the trip, when you go to Kenya through Go Ahead, there is one little adventure. We go to a lodge, a very special lodge. I'm not going to give away too much. But it requires that we pack just an overnight bag to go instead of all of our entire luggages. Everything will be locked up for us in the locker. It's safe, but we'll pack just what we need for one night in here. Okay, so that's a little duffel bag. Then also here I have 6 pairs of socks, 6 pairs of underwear, extra bra. Let's see, here I have a lightweight jacket. It's got a liner and it's a windbreaker and it's waterproof, that kind of combo. They're real common up north. We don't have them a lot down here, but a lightweight jacket because the mornings and the evenings are pretty cool. So make sure you have one and maybe bring one long sleeve shirt so that you can layer. Anyway, so that's that, my jacket. Then I have here a pair of pajamas. I guess we're ready to go. And then this is my bathroom bag without the liquids. The liquids are packed separately, okay? And that's important. We'll get to that in a minute. In here, I have my hairbrush, you know, stuff to put my hair up with. I have a toothbrush in here. My razor blade is in here. A sewing kit. Anything I need for the bathroom that's not liquid goes in here. Okay, so that's done there. And then also I have in here one pair of flip-flops. These are for just wearing around the hotel. In your room, as you walk back and forth from your room to the main lodge. These are good for that, but they're not okay in the cars. Okay, so we'll put these back. And then I also pack a couple of empty compression bags, and I do that so I can have one to put dirty laundry in as we go along. And we'll get to laundry in just a minute. And an extra one in case I purchase t-shirts or whatever. I won't lie, I do like to shop in Africa. It's good. Lots of neat stuff. So that is what's here in the bottom of the bag. Let me repack this stuff so we can open the top. Hang on. Put this in. This is probably not everything is going to go back the way it came out, but we're going to try. So there's that. Okay. So there's that. Now we'll close that. And now we'll go on to what's inside the main part of the bag. And this part of the packing is super important. And as we go through it, I'm going to take it out in a particular order that I'll explain in a moment that makes sense, okay? So here we have, we're going to start with this. Actually, yeah, anyway, so this is my box of, or bag of charging cords and for charging for my camera, you know, chargers, converters, and adapters. The converter and adapters that you need are the ones that work in England. Anything that works in England for a converter is going to work in Kenya and Tanzania. Okay, so in here, and let me tell you, bring two charging cords, because inevitably somebody gets something and loses it or leaves it behind or whatever happens to charging cords, and you cannot buy them there. You won't be able to get a replacement. So please make sure that for each individual person that you pack 2 chargers, okay? Experience tells me that this is the best idea. So that's that. Next, and most importantly, along the top of your bag, you have to have your liquids. All of the liquids must be packed in what is called a 311 bag. In this bag, you can put every single liquid that you have that doesn't, and the liquids cannot exceed 3 ounces per container, okay? In here, I have laundry detergent, toothpaste, hairspray, hand sanitizer, shaving cream, toothpaste, I said that, shampoo, conditioner. I have the mosquito repellent, 40% DEET, by the way, is what works. And I have that saved on our Amazon shopping list. If you need that, let me know. Liquids, all liquids, and they must go in here. And that includes foundation. If you're going to bring makeup and wear it, usually everybody's done with makeup by about day 3. But if you want to wear makeup, your liquid parts of your makeup must go in here too, okay? So there's that. I have a separate bag just for my medications. And I have a list, a packing list of your medications, but things to remember, you know, you're going to need malaria protection. Don't forget to pack some Imodium. That's real important, or whatever you like to take in case you get a upset stomach. Don't come without something. Most of the time nothing's needed, but if you need it, it's super good to have it. Tylenol, Advil, any medications you think you might need. The other thing is prescription medications. They're exempt from the liquid status, but they have to be, if it's a liquid medication, it does have to be in its labeled container, okay? The other thing about the medication is if you have any controlled substances, if you're flying with medications for anxiety or whatever, any controlled substance, other than, we're not talking about Benadryl or rather, you know, just regular medications. If it's a narcotic, it needs to be in a labeled container, because if they have drug sniffing dogs and they hit on your bag, you want to be able to prove that that medication is in fact prescribed for you, okay? So there's that. Now, I'm going to show you what I have packed in the way of clothes. We will observe, I'm not a size 4, so those of you that are a size 4 or other small sizes, you'll be able to pack more. But this is what I've got, okay? This is, this is the other thing that's important on top of the bag, I forgot. This is one complete outfit in a bag by itself. This is a top and some pants, socks, and underwear, okay? And these things here are on top of my bag because if we get airside and the overhead bins are full and you're asked to check your bag, you need to be able to get these things out and put them quickly in your seat, the bag that goes in the seat in front of you. The reason for that is this is going to get checked bag, airside, and it isn't likely to be the last time you'll see your bag, but it could be. It isn't likely to happen, but the possibility exists. You don't want to get caught without at least a change of clothes, your liquids, your chargers, your medications, okay? So these things I have on top, not only because TSA needs to see the liquids, but because if I'm asked to check this bag, I'm going to put this stuff in my other bag that goes under the seat in front of me, okay? That is super, super important. Now, the rest of my clothes. In here, I have packed 4 shirts. And here I have 4 pairs of pants. And in here, I have 3 pairs of shorts. I have used these compression bags to pack. They allow you to make your clothes small and fit lots more in small spaces. You're going to hear that Kenya and Tanzania do not allow plastic bags. That is true, but these are reusable bags and they're fine with these. What they don't want are single-use plastic bags. So and please, if you want to get rid of yours, please bring them home to get rid of them. They would appreciate that, okay? I had a bag get a hole in it last time and I just packed it and took it home to throw it away. So anyway, so I have those shorts there, and that really is everything I have packed to go. In addition to what's here, don't forget I'm wearing an outfit. So I pretty much have clothes for 5 days before I have to do laundry. Now, about laundry. Each of the lodges that we visit has a laundry service. And the laundry service is very, very inexpensive. It's very reasonable. I want to say that when I did laundry last time, I was spending maybe $11 to $15 in a week, and that might be expensive. It may have been less. It's hard for me to remember. But anyway, it was so little, it was of no consequence. And I'm happy to leave my clothes for them, and I come home after a long day of being on safari, and my clothes are folded and on the bed and neat and nice for me. So, all right, so next I have, this is my second bag. This is my personal item that goes under the seat in front of me. For me, it's filled with my camera gear. For you, whatever you put in here, entirely up to you. Just make sure that if you were asked to check your big bag, that you have room in here for your other stuff. Now I'll have to do some quick footwork because I have some of my camera equipment in here that I'd be fine to check, and stuff that'll never get checked. So anyway, I'm going to show you first. This is one of the things I would check if I had to. This is available on Amazon, and I've linked to it on our page. This is a tripod for safaris. It sits on the window that you're sitting at, or as we stand in the vehicles, it sits up there and you put your camera on the receiver here, okay? This is good if you're using a really extended lens. Some of you are just coming with cell phones. My mom did. She did a great job with her pictures, but for those of you bringing digital SLRs, this is great. You fill it with sand or beans. You don't want to fill it till we get there, okay? And they'll fill it for us. They're happy to do that. Let's see. Okay, so that's it. I usually have a pen in my bag. I don't know. Mostly this is my camera stuff. Oops, hang on. Okay, so for me, for the cameras, I bring a couple of circular polarizing filters. Everybody has a 1A filter on. I have 2. Each of the cameras has a battery that's charged, and I have a second battery for each of the cameras. So I'm bringing a total of 4 batteries. That usually means I'm charging each of the batteries once. You don't want to run out of batteries there. Like, make sure you bring your charger, because you cannot find batteries. You can't even get AA batteries over there. So, all right. So my first thing I'm bringing is this is my digital. This is my D7100. It's an older camera, but it's a great workhorse. I love working with it. It's easy to use, and I have a 400mm lens on there. Now it's a heavy setup. It probably weighs 2 or 3 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot till you're holding it for hours. But anyway, I have that. And then, let's see, Then I have also the D5300. This is a smaller camera. Certainly it's less expensive, but it's nice to have a second camera ready to go with the other lens I want to use. I don't like to change lenses a lot while we're there because it is very, very dusty. I did have someone recommend bringing Ziploc bags for your cameras. Probably not a bad idea, especially if you don't have a camera bag. But anyway, so D5300, and this lens here is an 18 to 55. It's a nice wide angle lens for shooting scenery and stuff like that. Then I have a couple of hoods for my lenses, and I have 128 to 200 lens. I don't bring a ton of camera equipment. I found that when I did, I'm more distracted by all the camera gear than paying attention to what's going on in front of me. So I tend to use my 200 and 400 lenses almost exclusively unless we're doing some kind of scenic photograph. But that's been my experience. The more camera gear is not necessarily better. Do some reading. I try to cover the lower end of the spectrum with one and the higher end of the spectrum with the other. And like I said, I bring 2 camera bodies. I still have extra room in my bag if I want to pack some other things. This, the outfit that I said that was a complete outfit fits nicely right on top here and closes like that. And then I can put my liquids in these other spaces. So I think that's everything. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask me or post them here with the video. I'm happy to answer them. Oh, I wanted to say what not to bring. What not to bring is don't bother with a hairdryer. Most of our lodges had them. There might have been a room or two that didn't have them in the whole trip. But it probably isn't worth it to bring a hairdryer. If you use a flat iron, and like, I'm gonna tell you this, the first couple days you'll do your hair and makeup. By the end, probably everybody's in a ponytail because I'm telling you 5 minutes out there and we're dusty. So when you're trying to economize for space and you think you can live with your hair with somebody else's blow dryer or just put up in a ponytail because you didn't dry it, that's probably a good thing to do. And I think that's everything. If, like I said, ask me questions, happy to answer them, and I'm so excited for our trip. I can't wait to get going and see everybody. We'll see you soon. Talk to you later.